Instead of the system trumping the kid gets to trump the system, and the system molds and fits the kid where the kid is at.
Daye Stone is a principal with the Medford School District for students in the Barriers to Bridges program. He works with youth to build learning skills and keep up with their school credits.
So how do you keep youth engaged and on track with their school credits?
For many of our youth that are in the B2B program, the system hasn't worked for them. And so making that shift to become more student-centered and really garner a support system that allows for voice and choice, and empowering students to be able to define what success means to them, and to restart, have a restart, if you will, based on the system. I think that really we have a positive impact when we allow students to be able to determine what success means to them, and you do that by giving them voice and choice.
Aside from core subjects, what other options do youth have to earn credits?
We always look for community opportunities that exist within our attendance area here at JDEP and B2B. We have a 7150 tech program that students go to, where they get some life skill options for students that are focused on project-based learning, where they get to use their hands and apply some real-life application to projects. We also have had students that have gone to wilderness trails and a variety of community-based learning experiences, as well as the facility sponsoring classes or workshops, if you will, that are based around social and emotional learning and re-entry back into society.
So tell us about a youth who beat the odds and showed great improvement with credit retrieval, or who actually graduated even though they had many barriers facing them.
Childhood trauma is a big deal, and most of our youth that come through the program have faced adversity with trauma. And the support systems that exist here in the system and within the confines of our school really support 360 degrees of emotional support, academic support, counseling support, and really decision-making support about the future of where they are at. And instead of the system trumping the kid gets to trump the system, and the system molds and fits the kid where the kid is at. And I think that's what makes it unique. We had a student here just not very long ago that came in that recognized, because of the support systems and through the process of support, really made a decision that he wanted to graduate, and he wanted to give himself every opportunity to do so. And he was a sophomore in high school, I believe, and during the course of the time that he was here, which was not a full year, he earned 12 credits, which was incredible. And he was an example for other students, and was really motivated because he saw the benefit of, hey, if I ever want to pull out of this, if I ever want to become a productive citizen in society and be gainfully employed and find happiness through those channels, education's important. And so that and his perspective, combined with the support systems of B2B and the school, really helped propel that young man into the next chapter of his life.
Wow. Do you all have a system where you measure the success rate of that program?
We use a bunch of different diagnostic tools to recognize success. Everything from credit acquisition, of course, and grades, to some youth truth type survey results that we get back from students. But day to day, the thing that's interesting about the B2B program is that day to day we have a tracking mechanism of how students are doing based on the kind of work that we're getting back from them and the kind of interactions and responses that students are getting from therapy and from the support systems that exist. And that's really kind of our guiding force, and we formally assess that every day, and that sets the next day. And so where students are living day to day, eventually with enough consistency, day-to-day work and day-to-day consistency with staff, working on academic needs and social emotional needs, at some point they end up getting to the end of the road and hopefully leaving.
Is there anything else that you would like us to know about B2B, or just how your personal experience has been being a part of this program?
When we have personal interest in making choices about what we declare as being important to us, we tend to engage more effectively as humans. And that holds very much true for kids. As they grow up and they're going through the development process, they don't ever have a chance, or if they have limited opportunities to express their opinions of what is important to them, and they're just have to follow the mold, the system trumps the kid. And so when we're able to backtrack and say, how do you define success and what are you interested in? And then we create project-based learning around that, where students can mold a project and learn in a comprehensive model that they get to choose. And there's embedded standards and there's embedded effort with group interaction and teacher tutorial and all the supports that go with such a project. The end is that students get to choose what they're doing and they get to express their success. And instead of being focused on the negativity that in so many cases surrounds an incarcerated youth, we get to celebrate with them the learning that they can have through a system of voice and choice.